Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and thank you once again to Bandai Namco Entertainment America for giving me the ability to do this test drive of the Zeta Gundam 3PS. Pretty sure 3PS is right, we'll find out in a moment. 3P2, excuse me. I was close, sort of. This is the Red Zeta from Gundam Evolve, which was designed for Johnny Raiden but wound up piloted by someone else under the codename Red Snake, which I don't know who that is or not. I'm just going to go with a member of the Cobra Crimson Guard and leave it at that. Either way, Red Zeta is a 650 raid usable in ground and space. Melee priority 3, no compatibilities, so no like special mobility enhancements in any environment. 21,000 hit points, ballistic resistance 18, beam resistance 24, melee resistance 30, range strength 25, melee strength 40, movement speed 135, high speed maneuver 225, thruster gauge 80, turning speed 72, 20 close range slots, 18 medium range slots, and 10 long range slots. Its enhancement values are at 670 hanger points, it gets 1 point of melee resistance. At 1340, it gets 3% faster thruster recovery. At 2010, it gets 1 extra point of melee damage. At 2690, it gets 1 each expansion slots in the 3 locations, so that will give it 211911 after upgraded. If you pay DP and enhancement kits to break the first limit, and then get it to 5380 hanger points, it will get plus 5 melee resistance. And if you do it again for the second limit and get it up to 8070, it will get plus 5 melee. Alright, so let's take a look at what this does. Okay, has an interesting little beam pistol. It does charge, 8-second reload, 6 ammo, 2000 damage per shot, range of 300 meters. Normal fire suppresses while focused fire does not, but reasonable successive fire is possible. So yeah, it probably fires in bursts when you charge it. The Beam Saber, 2400 damage, cooldown time between combos 2.5 seconds. Weapon compatible with the aerial melee system skill, allowing mid-air melee attacks. Interesting. Has head Vulcans. 125 damage per shot, 60 ammo per magazine, 200 meter range, reload time 12 seconds. Like I mentioned before, since the cooldown time on all Vulcan and machine gun type weapons is usually 0 seconds, we won't really know about the rate of fire until we test it for ourselves. It does have grenade launchers in the arm, 500 damage per shot, 6 ammo, 250 meters, cooldown time of 5 seconds between shots, and reload of 12 seconds. Has a wide blast radius, useful for stopping mobile suits or for bombardment. I'm wondering if it only fires a couple at a time, 1 or 2. The graphic shows 2, so that's what I'm guessing. Double beam sabers, power of 2800, cooldown time between combos 2.5 seconds. And also compatible with aerial melee system. So yeah, it has 2 different aerial melee weapons. That'll be interesting to check out. And there is its shield, which, boy, somebody had fun gluing a lot of extra fins onto that. It's a medium-sized shield and has 5,000 hit points. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the size of shields dictates how much of a speed boost you get when they're destroyed. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's how it works. But yeah, not a bad shield. Of course, being one of the Zeta nose shields, it's a little bit narrow, but I'm sure it'll, soak up some damage for you. Again, positioning is the key. All right, so, oh yeah, before we move on to that, we have to look at the Wave Rider weapons. It still has a shield, of course. Transformed beam pistol. 1800 per shot, 6 ammo, can't be charged, cooldown time between shots 1.5 seconds, 300 meter range, 10-second reload. Cannot utilize focus fire, but staggers with regular attacks. Alright. Beam gun times 2. Yeah, same basic idea as the Zeta Gundam. Standard Zeta, I should say. 400 power, 12% heat, 350% range, 350 meter range, cooldown time half a second, overheat 12 seconds. That half second cooldown time leads me to believe that probably they will fire together as opposed to alternating. Project energy from a beam saber used as a sidearm. Yeah, okay. So shortcuts are fine for that. I usually put double sabers down here, and of course the shield doesn't require anything. So, all right, let's look at skills. It has level 3 assault booster, so jump charge time 60% faster, boosts jump speed by 50%. So yes, you will actually move through the air faster. Also protects you from getting stunned out of a jump. And yeah, but when you're boosting midair, you don't get that benefit. Has balancer, so you can cancel into melee or tackle directly from a boost or jump. High spec AMBAC level 2, so it is it does have the ability to brake a little faster when it's moving in a straight line in space, and gets a little bit of extra turning speed. Level 3 maneuver armor, so you're harder to stun and you take less damage when you're boosting. Force injector level 3, so it is very good at changing directions while boosting. Very cost efficient to do that. Melee combo controller 2, so 3-hit melee. Aerial melee system level 2. So, okay, yeah. If you're use the aerial melee attacks, at level 2, you get 30% higher attack power when you're midair and using melee. Melee battle optimizer. When changing from a melee weapon to a different melee weapon, change time is reduced by 30%. This is basically designed for you to just go back and forth between your melee weapons and keep hitting things. Flight control program, level 3. So you can jump or boost in midair, and it's 50% cheaper thruster consumption wise to do so. Emergency evasion system 2, so you can do at least one dodge roll without overheating the thrusters. Anti-blast stabilizer, so you can stand next to things when they explode and not get heavy staggered. Shield break stance mastery, so you're not stunned by your shield being destroyed. Transform flight, so yeah, it transforms. Detransformation optimizer, which yeah, increases turning performance when changing from transform state back to normal. So yeah, you can turn a little further when you're landing than other things could. Wings special cushioning, which reduces hit points lost from hits to the wings by 30%. It's not bad. And psycho neutralizer. Activates at 30% hit points, boosting mobility and extending Psycho lock-on time by 250%. Damage taken to unit hit points is reduced by 50%. Reduces ranged weapon reload and overheat recovery time by 50%. Nullifies all reactions except for stagger due to cumulative damage only at the point of skill activation. So yeah, whatever hits you that knocks you into this state, yeah, only build stun will do anything to you. A knockdown, a stun, a heavy stagger will be canceled. And it makes it like 2.5 times slower to lock onto you with Psychomute at that point. You take less damage by 50%. I wonder if that's like a temporary state, or if it's that's just like for the last of your 30% hit points there. And you get your ranged weapons reload and overheat 50% faster. So yeah, it doesn't have a lot of ranged weapons, but that's actually what makes this skill extra valuable, because you'll be able to get back to them a good bit quicker. So, all right, I think we've got a pretty good... Oh, wait, we're not quite done. Wave Rider skills. Still has emergency evasion system too. Anti-blast still. Has shock dampeners, which reduces or cancels stagger after being attacked. Yeah, so you can't be... instant stun will not stop you. Unless it's a tackle or downswing. Ram attack, so while you're boosting as a Wave Rider, you do damage to whatever you hit. Still has shield break stance mastery. Transformed reinforcement reduces stagger when hit by consecutive non-suppressive projectiles while transformed. So in other words, just reduce build stun in transformed form. Transformation optimizer reduces thruster gauge consumption when activating high-speed movement or transforming back to normal mode by 60%. Reduces thruster gauge consumption while moving by 25%. So it just makes it a lot more efficient at transforming and flying. Still has the wing special cushioning and still has Psycho Neutralizer. So yeah. Alright, that is the skill set. Okay, yeah, and apparently top movement speed is 200 and it hits that. The maximum when it is in Wave Rider mode. Wonder if there are any hanger skills yet that increase that. That would be interesting. I doubt it, though. But, all right, we are going to go into the usual field and try some things out. Pardon me if I'm a little sniffly. Just weather's changing here, and it's got my sinuses weird. Hopefully the noise gate will just cut all that out, though, because I try to make as few, like, horrible, squishy human noises as possible when I'm doing this, but, I don't know that I have the tech tuned perfectly, so apologies if that's the case. All right, so uncharged, the beam pistol does 1620 to a general with type disadvantage against it, but it's also 150 points down. I'm at 500 once again for Zoc-based testing. Charged, it seems to empty the magazine. I'm going to try that again because I want to do it with a full magazine and see if that really is the case. Yes. Okay, yeah, so it just hits you with everything. I'm going to have to move those grenade launchers if I get one of these for myself. Because, yeah, on all my other Zetas, the grenade launchers are on X. So that's going to get confusing if I don't. Grenades. Okay, the grenades. That's interesting. Like, I did not hold the button there. It just unloaded the thing. It has a firing interval setting, but okay, yeah, so okay, yeah, and that's the firing interval setting is for the amount of time it takes to come back if you switch away from them before you let it just do the whole thing. All right. Vulcans, pretty good quick build stun. And let's look at melee patterns and see what we've got. Okay, the neutral is a stab. The downswing is that 2-hit melee swing that has been fairly popular with things lately. And the double swing, or the double melee starts with, okay, that downswing, it does the cross swing, or yeah, that downward slash, the cross swing for the downswing, and I'm pretty sure left and right will be about what they normally are for paired weapons. Yep. Okay, so let's look at the aerial attacks for those. Okay, it does the cross swing while falling to the ground. Let's see what that looks like against a thing. The Gundam is, after all, a thing. Okay, that was, I think it's at 4,500 damage. Was not able to recover and turn fast enough to be sure about that. Okay, what about this? Okay, yes, it does do the 2-hit melee downswing in the air. That's interesting. Okay, just one hit of that is 3677 with type disadvantage. That's not bad. Okay, that is all of its weapons for mobile suit mode. Let's see how it does against a Zoc real quick, and then we will show off some of the other skills and like that. Okay, 2437 and minuscule build stun from a single shot. Charge. It definitely stuns a Zoc. All right, the grenades also stun a Zoc. That's pretty good. Vulcans will obviously do it too. Yep. Pretty rapidly too. And let's see what this looks like, because I'm betting this will hit pretty hard. Well, I killed it with one of the 2 swings, so yes, it will. All right, yeah. And this is, of course, without any parts equipped or expansion skills. If you get things that increase melee damage further, you could make this thing really scary, I bet. All right, so just some of the other skills while we're at it. Here is how fast you can get to a boost and how fast you jump with quick boost. Here's thrust efficiency with maneuver armor 3. Pretty good. Let me just go ahead and overheat the thrusters so I have a full gauge back, and then just for, the sake of, demonstration, there's the double dodge roll. Balancer means that you will just be able to cancel out of boosting for your melee. And, let's see, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can really show off easily. But not particularly. All right, we're going to do the Wave Rider stuff, then we will turn down the hit points and see, check out the properties of the Psycho Jammer. All right, so, just in case you didn't know this, if you hold crouch when you're flying, you can slow yourself down. Okay, instant stun. It fires pretty quickly, it looks like, if you hold down the... No, I guess... Did it ricochet? Squeak? Ah, there go those sinuses again. But I swear it kind of ricocheted. Maybe it's just the graphical effect, but... I'm sure it doesn't have, like, a splash zone. It's not for a little pistol, well before Gundam Unicorn. But let's take a look. Yep, I was right. But yeah, if you hold crouch, you can move slower. It does tend to expend your boost a little bit slower, not a lot. It does dodge in the air. Oh, that's one last skill I should show off before we drop hit points and check out the Psycho Jammer things. I like to talk about, how the mid-air boosting and jumping work. Works like that. And you get better boost efficiency because of the skill. The level of the skill specifically. Alright, so let's... I'm going to get both of the weapons ready to... Well, I'm going to get the rifle ready to reload, because once the skill is active... Actually, no, let's do a before and after. That would be the smarter thing. Alright, so we're going to unload this rifle here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, as advertised. And grenades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I'm counting a little fast. Oh well. Alright, now, at 20% health, we go, boom. Higher attack, higher speed. A little bit better boost efficiency too, I want to guess. But, okay, now let's try this again. 3, 4, 5, 6. About 6. Let's go with 6. And... like the damage went up a little bit. And wow. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 at most. So the fact that you can just fire a volley like that every 4 seconds is pretty great, actually. That has a lot of potential to be very strong. Alright, so of course the Vulcans will reload quicker too. That's not bad. Alright, so, and since it says increased damage, let's see. This has, it has mostly full health. It would have had full health if I didn't do that. What do I get from doing this? A little more than half its health. That, of course, again, 150 point advantage, but still, that's pretty good. I bet, matter of fact, I'm going to go to the other Zoc, and I'm going to try, see if I can land both hits of the double downswing here. Or the 2/ single saber downswing, just so I'm actually... Clarity is important. 2. Yes. And that was like 80-90% of its health right there. Very nice. Alright, so there's nothing on this map I don't think that has Psych Mew. No, it's a Zoc, a Gundam, and a Zgok E, so definitely not. But let me just refresh the enemies here, then I'll refresh myself, and we'll try a little bit of live fire here. Okay, that's not bad. Vulcan damage is very nice. Alright, so it's... it's weird to say a transforming suit is not that complicated, but it's really kind of not. It is, you know, it has some interesting effects, but luckily they're mostly things that you do not have to manage. So that is worth noting. So back up to 100% and enemy AI on. Let's see what I can do. That worked. Enough splash to manage that. Enough range that it couldn't downswing me. And yeah, that's the thing I forgot to test. Yeah, you probably just saw how fast it swaps between weapons. Yeah, this might be another one, and I may turn AI back off to test this. Gotcha. But some of the things that have multiple melee weapons, especially somewhere along the lower costs, if you just switch from one weapon to the other and just keep doing neutral slashes, you can keep that going pretty much forever. So, you know, that's very valuable, of course. Not as useful against Zocs, which do not get stunned when you do that. So yeah, like I said, in a minute, once I've, you know, run around and, you know, beaten everything up a little bit, we will turn AI back off and see if it can just do infinite neutrals. The thing that's basically the big question to that is whether how fast it recovers from its neutral stance. Because yeah, you can use. Oh yeah, we haven't seen its counter tackle yet either, so I'll try that when I go back to fighting the Gundam as well. But man, I'm having a little bit of trouble just organizing thoughts today. I ought to just make like a flowchart or a script or something, but I have almost occasionally I've done things with scripts for the channel, but yeah, let's try the counter tackle on the Gundam and see where we're at. Now I just want to see how well that works, and then we'll just do a little bit more fighting. Okay, counter is a fairly standard, you know, 3-hit melee counter. That's fine. All right, and the beam guns. Did I try the beam guns? Did I remember to do that? I'm betting I did not. Okay, yeah, those fire in extremely rapid bursts, 2 of which will overheat them. It's interesting, for sure. Ow. There's the heavy stagger. 1 or 2 more hits. I will be down into the Psycho Jammer mode. Okay, and they can... Yep, there it goes. Well, I hit it. I also got hit. Oh boy, did I get hit. Yeah, so... Yeah, advise against fighting 2 Zocs and a Gundam at the same time with it, but so far it's not bad. Okay, side swing got that. I am out of feet. I think I did damage there. The Wave Rider crash, unlike the Psycho Jammer, does not have the same enhancement, the same damage enhancement that Biosensor does on the original Zeta. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll probably do about the same 1,000 damage no matter what state you're in. Gonna try that real quick, and then we'll see about that infinite neutral deal. Just see if it's doable. I forget what all can do that, but it was definitely an interesting discovery when it was Maelstrom who first discovered that. Because yeah, it's just really powerful. You can keep things locked down if you're careful about it. Okay, so what was I don't even remember what. Oh yeah, the Wave Rider. All right, Wave Ridering. Okay, I think that was more than 1,000 damage, but it's hard to say. May have been as much as 2,100. I didn't think type advantage affected ram attacks, but maybe it does. There we go. And as you can see, there's a good bit of wraparound on that downswing, so you can hit things to your side or even a little bit behind you. Okay, did it jump from one crate to the other? It sure did. Interesting. And, well, I got out of the way of the Zoc, even if I did not hit it. But yeah, this time I will hit it. Yep, there it goes. And that was a lot of damage. And okay, on a simple downswing without Psycho Jammer active against the Zoc, 11,000 damage. So this thing is strong. It's definitely another good melee raid. I know you're shocked, but all right. So yeah, that works. Against the Gundam, we'll do one more. And whoa, nice. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that 2-hit downswing, it does not seem to have a lot of damage reduction on the second hit. It's interesting. All right, well, now I'm faster. And on the ground, which kind of doesn't help with the speed at all. All right. Yeah, the AI does not seem to have much programming in the way of blocking downswings performed in the air. So it's not going to be this just quite this valuable against real players, but good damage if you can land it. All right, so best as I can tell from what we've seen so far, got healed? Okay, why did I must have accidentally changed it, but let's go to 100%. And I'm not sure what would have healed me, because it does not seem to have the skill that gives it extra damage or extra health back when it kills something. As far as I know, I think only the Banshee Norn has that still. But all right, we're going to see if we can just walk around, circles around something and hit it with neutrals. One. It's difficult to say for sure. It'll be basically require a living target to be sure, but to my eye, that looks like it should be fast enough to be able to lock someone down. And yeah, the neutrals have a fast enough recovery, you may be able to chain them quite a while. Either that or they'll roll or grab you out of it while you're trying to do that. So, you know, test at your own risk, but I feel like it's worth testing against live players if you get a chance. This is where proficiency with the quick swap system can be really handy, because yeah, you swing, hold R2, hit the shortcut, and that way the other weapon is already set to just the cooldown, the swap time between them starts immediately after your animation resolves if you do it. So yeah, whatever your quick swap button is, you know, start the attack, change the weapon, and just keep going. A little bit of dexterity, but I can do it, and I am very fumbly sometimes, so I don't think it's going to give, I don't think it's going to give people too much trouble. Especially if they practice it, because there are multiple, like I said, there are multiple mobile suits that can make use of that strategy, so. Okay, yeah, but yeah, I like this. I would not mind getting it. I'll probably throw some tokens at it, but for now, that is going to do it for this Gundam Battle Operation 2 test drive. We will be back soon with more. If I have missed anything, as always, okay, yeah, I think that said like 2000 or 2050. Let's see if I can get my nose, before we close, let me see if I can get my nose dug into the dirt and actually stay static enough to show the damage. Yes, 2000. Not bad. I think level 1 ram attack usually only does 1,000, so that's pretty good. Unless the base for all suits is 1,000 and ram attack adds 1,000, I don't remember. But regardless, yes, we finally showed off the one thing I was having trouble getting to. Feel good about that. And that is going to do it for today. And until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later.